Alright guys, we are on day 2 of Project Cheap Jeep. We're still coming up with an actual name for it, but let's get right into it. Alright, this is the condition we left her in last night. We ended up just rolling it back in here. Threw the front diff cover back on. Did not get the rear back on, but that looked just as bad. And in typical Arkansas fashion, it was 65 yesterday, and there's now snow on the ground. So we're going to be doing what we can today. That's our new T-case right there. And then we've got the new drive shafts over there. I'm not sure if we're going to throw those on or not, but we at least have them as spares, if nothing else. Alright, so first thing on the order of business today is changing this battery out. I just took it to the auto shop around town, and they said that the battery's fine. So we're going to adjust the terminals. Got a whole new kit to replace this little bird's nest of a wire that somebody thought would be a good idea. Obviously that's not making a great connection. So we're gonna replace these terminals with just a newer one that's not all chewed up, and we're gonna replace whatever this is. Alright, so obviously no battery still. It's at the charger, but looks a whole lot better, a lot cleaner looking. So hopefully we'll get a better connection with it. Alright, now for our next thing, we're going to re-bolt up this. We've got to first, of course, clean off all this like adhesive, and then put new RCV or whatever on and seal it back up. I wish I'd gotten a video of it actually draining, but you can still see how just dirty and brown that is. Like, that was just mud. That was no longer even. I'm in love with you. Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you are. I'm in love with you. Alright, we got it pretty well cleaned up now, and you can just see, try to adjust the lighting a little bit, but you can see how good looking those gears are. Honestly, really surprised, like they're not rounded at all, like really clean, like really good looking. Almost makes me want to hold on to this axle, but we'll see. No cracking. We can see like completely through, very solid axle. Very large. You can see that is my hand compared to it when I put it actually up against it. Huge differential. Huge wide, huge tall. Look how thick that gear is. That's nuts. Alright, well, I'm gonna seal it up and put it back together. Alright, temporary adjustment on what we're doing now. We're now going to run and grab that battery. They charged it up, and hopefully we'll get it going. I'm in love with you. Baby, run for me. And for me. I'm in love with you. Alright, we got the battery. Came out to a total of $0, so not bad. One of my cheapest trips yet. Alright, so part of this build is I want to be very transparent about what I'm spending on each part. So far I got the Jeep itself for $1,000. I did all the replacements for all the fluids, engine, trans, T-case, and both front and rear axles, or I guess technically the differential. But I got all of that for $135, and then I spent $13 on bolts that were missing. I spent $35. Okay, wait. I spent $16 on terminals and the extra wire. And then I spent $19 on just like an extension cord that I bought at the same time. And then I spent $100 on the T-case, spare drive shafts, and everything else that man gave me, the windshield and the wheel spacers. And then I will be spending $190 this weekend on the rear hatch, the side door, the rear passenger door with the broken glass. I'm getting a new one of those, a new rear hatch, and I'm getting spare axle shafts, front and rear, and I'm getting all the little things under the hood that it's missing, like the airbox, the oil filler cap, and the coolant cap. Those were gone for whatever reason. But so overall, we've spent around $1,500 on this build so far, and I honestly think that it's about trail ready. Once all that stuff's installed, I think it'll be fairly good to go. But I'll keep a running total of what all I've spent, and therefore you can kind of expect with your own builds what you have to spend in order to get a trail ready rig. And we'll see how she does. It's still an open differentials. I will be getting lockers, like I've said a couple times, but still deciding what to do with the rear end because it's nice, but I'm not sure. We'll see though. But keep updated with the build and see what you have to do to get yourself a trail ready rig. Yeah, apparently my camera thought it would be funny to just make that completely out of focus. So here it is, all together, but y'all know how to put on a battery. Pretty simple. Looks a whole lot cleaner though. You can see I'm using a little bit less light this time around, but pretty simple. Next question is, did we fix the issue? Let's see if we can actually start this thing now. So, money, easy money. All right, now that we got that done, let's run back and go ahead and seal up that rear diff.
Never, never let you go.
So while that's setting up, we're gonna go ahead and rip this rear bumper off so that we have that little bit of extra ground clearance.
It was broken rule number 3, can't send messages. So then, I'm trying to have words. So then, I was talking to Gamma, and she was like, well, and she's saying the Katie Ray. I said, well, I'm going to talk to Miss Winter and Lisa Hartley's mom, and Alex's mom, and Brandon's mom about some of the things he said. And she was like, did Katie Grace read all that? I was like, no, he just deleted it. She was like, oh, okay, that's probably my fault. I told him if there was any ugly stuff to delete it. And I was like, what? I mean, I can't see it. She was like, yeah, I did. I forgot. I was like, when I saw the word die, I said, you gotta get that off your phone. Your mom's gonna get mad at you. So she said, I'd say, you gotta delete that. So he deleted it.
All right.
I used to make it easier.
I was gonna say he probably thought that deleting it would like unsend it. Would have been my thought as a kid. I was also told when I said, now that we got that off, we should be pretty much well set up on the gasket. So let's go ahead and dump that gear oil in there. Alright, now my buddy Jake just showed up, so we're going to go ahead and pull this T-case off and go ahead and start replacing it with the new one.
I don't know if this is the best idea.
This is a great idea. So, a little run through of what we've done so far. We've disconnected this transfer case from the transmission. And we've disconnected both drive shafts, and we have to pull the cross member down.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pissing.
Oh gosh, I see that. Yeah. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Put something under that? You might want to put something, it's not going to stop.
It's okay. I don't have any way to do it because it's dripping on the jack.
We can move the jack.
That's alright. I'll throw some cat lift around.
I'm scared. Honestly, when this shaft pulls out of here, it may start dumping transmission fluid out. Because the shaft of the transfer case is probably what seals the transmission.
I'll grab the...
Just a thought.
I'll grab the little tub if that happens. Well, we're trying to do a transmission oil change anyway. ACF.
Jack Stan's not doing anything anyway, so.
Alright. Move. Yeah. Get any tools you can. If not, we'll move it in a second. Just rub it on your little futon.
My crouton?
Yeah, rub it on the croutons.
I don't know if that actually seals the that's fresh fluid though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe the transfer case shaft seals the transmission. Sure looks like it. Are we still just gonna let this fucking flop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can put the spare tire under it, the other one, the donut.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. It's gonna drop on this.
Full send. Sick.
Nice.
That's the proper way to remove a T-case.
Yeah.
Alright. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. We have a lot more coming for this Jeep right here. So be sure to check out the channel. We've got, like I said, a ton more coming for this thing. It's already massive, but we've got a ton of new plans for it, and we'll see what we do with the rear axle, but we've got a lot coming for it, so you're going to want to check it out. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and get the kind of daily updates on this thing with me.